What's up? This is Terrell with 7Kingz Trading 101, and I'm in a live trade right now, and so I wanted to kind of go over the strategy that we used and just how to manage some of your trades if you do get a good signal and then the market wants to do something crazy. There's ways to turn a loss into a win, and so right here we have a strike here and a spread represented by this blue rectangular box here. And later on in the video, I'm actually going to go over our new target system, just to throw that out there real quick. So please do stick around, and we will be opening up our chat room next week. All members coming in, you'll get a free week of charts and access to our chat room to see what it delivers. And then after that week, you can choose to sign up as a full member if you want. But this trade, okay. Our system pretty much, when we get a signal, we want to go back a certain amount of bars. And all of that is taught in our course. And so when we got this signal today, we go back our certain amount of bars. White arrows should match white dots. And then we want our line to be over the cloud down here. Okay. So when we got this signal this morning, as you can see, that was the case. Everything was above and everything was white, and so we were good to go. But looking at the sentiment of everything this morning, kind of it went up during the London session, as you can see on our Mokus. And so when we got the signal, we felt like it was a good signal, right? Because throughout the night, pretty much everything was going up. This is our 1 hour Moku right here. Our 15-minute Moku clearly was up through the London session, as you can see. But as you can see on all the other ones, they did get bearish. And this is the only one that stayed bullish. And we had some really good movement down on all of these other ones around this time. So as you can see, this was the only one that was still going up. So the indices, they normally move similar. And so because we saw the sentiment change, what we wanted to do was hedge our trade. And what is a hedge? A hedge is basically you put a separate trade on in the opposite direction. Now, I don't hedge my trades with another spread, which a lot of people do, and some people teach to do that. I actually hedge my spreads with a binary. And so that's what I wanted to make this video on. And so this was our spread right here, and we got in here at 76.9. And so just to kind of, this is our 76.9 is basically around there. And so easy, good spread. We were risking like $18 to make a whole lot. Okay. But it went against us. And so instead of just giving up on the $18, we went ahead and put a binary trade on here at 1568 and just expecting this to start catching up with the other indices. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened. So now we have a take profit work order down here for 30 bucks. It'll go ahead and take us out here in a second. And yeah, that'll be a $13 profit on a bad trade. And so this is just kind of showing you how to turn a bad trade into a good trade. You can hedge it with the binary trade. If you do spreads, I don't suggest hedging it with another spread. A good binary trade is easy to do. And so they're both dailies, and so they both have a lot of time to kind of run and do what they need to do. And so yeah, we believe this should hit 30 here pretty soon. And so what we'll do is we'll just kind of go over what we've been working on with our targets real quick and give you an idea of what we will be offering here coming in the future from 7Kingz Trading 101. And so basically, when you come and join the chat room, you'll get a week free, and then it'll be a $70 charge monthly to have access to the chat room and to get the daily charting. And then once you become a full paid member after the free week, you will have access to our training course so that you can learn our support and resistance techniques and just some of the stuff that we do in detail. And but basically, on a daily basis, what we'll be sending out to our uh, members are these target charts. Okay, and so these are what our target charts currently look like. Okay, we have deviation levels, and then we have these basically the stuff with a reddish, excuse me, blush is our bearish targets, excuse me, can't talk for some reason all of a sudden. And then everything with kind of a greenish tint is for our bullish targets. And so this is how it's currently set up. We do it for our uh, Forex as well. And so these are today's targets for our Forex. And so we do Forex and we do four indices pretty much every day. As you can see, yesterday it took off and blasted through our targets. But basically, we do Forex, we do but basically I trade the indices on Nadex, and so that's where most of my focus and concentration goes into is Nadex. And so as you can see, this was yesterday. I have been working with the new targets. I haven't sent them out to members yet because I want to make sure that they're good to go before I do. But let's see if we got taken out that trade yet. We should be getting taken out of this trade here pretty soon. Let's watch it here for a second. We might get taken out. Just got taken out. So that's an easy one. We'll go ahead and let this run. It's $18, but if something crazy happens at the end of the day, we may be able to get a few dollars off that. So we just let that run. We already hedged our bet on this bad trade right here. We got a $13 profit off of it. And so no need to take it off because if something crazy happens, we could possibly get some profit off of that. So we just let that run. So easy trade, good stuff. If you get into a bad trade, you got to learn how to manage it and how to get out of them. And when you're in our chat room, this is something that you would have been given if you was in the chat room. I would have let you know, hey, I'm taking this target on the Russell at 7 o'clock. I'm getting into this spread. I'm risking this little bit amount to possibly make this large amount up here. And then when it goes bad, I'm going to let you know in our chat room, hey, check it out. That trade's not necessarily looking good. I'm going to hedge it with this 50-50 trade down here. Max I could lose if it stays in between for some reason is going to be, what, $68, $70. So it's still not a whole lot to lose. But as you can see, we went ahead and turned that loss into a profit. And so this is stuff that you'll be getting in the chat room. What you'll also be receiving, let me take this alert off. What you'll also be receiving is, let me just get that off now, is these daily target charts, okay? And again, they used to look like this, okay? But I wanted to give it a lot more formation, and so I've been really working hard and putting a lot of effort into how to figure out how to combine all of the other support and resistance techniques that I know and combine them along with the Fibonacci philosophy, okay? And so basically that's what you have here is these are Fibonacci based targets on a daily basis, okay? And so what you have is your 78.6 is your green, okay? And then your 68 or 61 or excuse me, 61.8 Fibonacci, which is our most important one, is this red one, okay? Then our 50 Fibonacci is this green. The 38.2 is the white, and then the 23.4 is going to be your blue, okay? And then we'll normally have a medium right in the middle, which is basically where price ended the day before, okay? So You'll have your Fibonacci bullish targets, Fibonacci bearish targets. And as you can see, this was the Russell yesterday. We basically got close to our 38.2. And I'll go into more detail in the course when you become a member on how to read this stuff. Because as you can see, some of these are ovals, some of these are rectangles, and there's a meaning behind that. But basically, the ovals are secondary targets, our rectangles are our primary targets. So we expect price to get to our rectangles. If there's an oval in front of it, and it gets to, basically we expect it to get through the oval, go to the rectangle. Simple stuff, but again, we'll explain that more in detail in the course. But basically, that's the gist of the target system. We have our targets every day, and we have our signals. When we get our signals, we have our targets to take these signals as far as where they're going to go. And I mean, it really is as simple as that. And so that was the Russell yesterday. Let's take a look at, just to show you the accuracy that we've been hitting them with. And I'm going to finish testing them out myself this week. And then next week, I'm going to actually start giving them out to members. And so if you join and start your free week, next week, you'll start getting these then. But as you can see, this was the /YM, our mini Dow Jones future. And so as you can see, we kind of hung out in between our 23 Fibonacci for a little bit, but then once we did make our move, we did bust through the oval like we expect to do, and we got to our first target and we hit it, and that's where the reversal took place. And so that was on our 6 minute. And then if you was to actually see that reversal on our 2 minute, which is something else that we send this out to our members, and so they have this complete setup. Okay, and so as you can see, what took place when it got to that particular target, this beautiful reversal W pattern that took place. Okay, and the neckline right at the top of the 23.4 target area. And so this is like, I mean, for us to have a bearish sentiment and be able to get into a good reversal trade with all that bearish sentiment, it gets no better than this. You have a wonderful target, a wonderful pattern, and then your entry signals to get in. And so easy stuff. Let's just kind of get back to our main charts though. Excuse me. If I could get everything to work right. Okay, so that was our YM. Let's go to ES. ES didn't really do a whole lot yesterday in terms of overall movement. As you can see, it started here, ended here. But if you would have had our targets, you would have saw, bang, nice reversal opportunity here. We got an easy head and shoulders right there. You can see it even from these 3 bars. If I was to zoom in, you would see it better if I was to go to a 2-minute chart, but we're not going to go through all that. But as you can see, impeccable accuracy once again. And last but not least, the NQ. And so again, we get to our target. We actually bust through, got to an oval, but this is what we have our ovals here for. They're going to act as a buffer between the targets if they're there. So if we get through here, instead of expecting it to go to our next target, we wait and see if it gets through this oval. If we see resistance here and we're in a trade, get out. If we see resistance here and we're looking to get into a trade to this next target, wait until it closes on the other side of the oval, then get in. Simple stuff though. And again, it'll be explained in our course when you become a member. And so just as far as the accuracy goes though, bang, and then bang, and then another nice reversal pattern off of the target back up to the medium. So I mean, it's going to be very visual for any of our members, if you've been trading for a while, you'll be able to pick this stuff up in 3-4 weeks at the most. It shouldn't take a seasoned trader any more than 2-3 months to pick this stuff up. And so, yeah, it's going to be very, very, very visual for our members. And if you're having a problem picking it up, you'll be able to join me in the chat room every day. I'll be getting the chat room started every morning during a trading session. Every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the West Coast, which is where I'm at. And so basically every single morning, you'll be able to come in. I'll tell you what the sentiment is on all the charts that I sent out to our members the previous night. And from there on, we'll just kind of go through the trading day. I'll let you know what I'm looking at, what I'm getting into, the spreads in particular, exactly what strikes I'm looking, if I'm getting into any binary, stuff like that. And so, yeah, you'll be able to piggyback off of me until you've been able to pick this stuff up. And then after that, you should be able to, join the chat room just to kind of follow along, have fun, tell everybody else what you're looking at if you see something that we don't. Yeah, and we'll just kind of make it a money-making chat room. So anyway, I think I've talked enough on this video. We'll go ahead and finish it off, but go ahead, look in the description below, click the link to 7kingstrade101.com. Go there, sign up for the free trial, and then once you get everything going, yeah, we look forward to having you and to you making a lot of money. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. This is Terrell with 7Kingstrade101. You have a wonderful day.